What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Lambo Plays podcast. This is episode number 27, and this week it's UFC 276, Adesanya versus Cannonier, Volkanovski versus Holloway. Man, it's going to be a banger of a card. I cannot wait. We have some great guests in here this week. We have the same issues with Tim's internet, and he's still not connected, so maybe we could get that fixed because my co-host is having some internet issues. I think he needs to pay his internet bill. I don't know what it is, but he's hit way too many Lambo plays to not pay this internet bill, so I don't know what's going on. But before I move on and introduce my guests, I do want to go out to chat and shout out some of these guys. Brandon, let's fucking go. Mushroom is in the house. The coach, Izzy round 3, we shall see. That's the last fight. Daz, what's up? Thank you very much. Prince of Mischief is in the house. What's up, buddy? Piaggio, let's break that like button. Please, guys, do that. Do that. Listen to the man. Cheers, brother. Cheers, Rob. Yeah, Wiz is in the house. What's up, Wiz? Another very sharp guy. Wiz, Jules, also tell Tim to figure it out. I'm telling him, man, he's not paying his bill. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, Tim right now is still trying to fix those technical difficulties. However, I will bring in my first guest. He's making his second appearance on the show. It is Lou Beccio. What's up, Lou? How you doing? Are you ready for this UFC 276 card?
I'm ready. We're going to put together a Comcast play for Tim to upgrade him, get him a fiber connection. I'm ready, man. I got some good spots. I got some trappy spots that, like, from a prop perspective, I like, but maybe not from like a money line or total perspective. But let's go.
Yeah, let's go, man. I'm excited for this card. There's 12 fights, some very, very good championship fights, and yeah, let me introduce my second guest. I don't think he needs much of an introduction, but it is none other than Brady, DFS by the numbers. How are you doing, Brady? Are you ready for this UFC 276 card?
Man, I'm so ready. This card is stacked. Maybe not the easiest card from a betting perspective, but I'm looking for those Lambos, man. I have 11 out of 12 fights. I have a Lambo play. I don't have one for one of the fights. Maybe you guys can help me out, but yeah, definitely looking forward to this show. Always fun being on it, man.
Thanks a lot. We love to have you here. I know everybody in chat loves to have you here. So yeah, man. Again, Tim is not connected, so maybe he connects at some point and we will bring him in. But without further ado, let's just start off here. We got the first fight of the night. It is Jessica Rose Clark versus Julia Stoliarenko. We will kick it off to you, Lou Beccio. What do you got here for your Lambo play?
What a nice guy you are as my guest to give me this one to start. I mean, look, man, I'll keep this short and sweet. I can't say I love Stoliarenko in the fight, but her win condition is round 1 sub. Round 1 sub is plus 1,200 on FanDuel. I'm not thrilled with JRC's like defensive responsibilities. Could she fall right into this? She could. So, it's a plus. I mean, I know it's not the same kind of fight, but like when Guido Canetti fought like Chris Matinho, his win condition was the first round knockout. It was 10-1. You take the shot on it in a weird low level fight. I'll take the shot on it at 12-1 here for the only way she seems to know how to win, even if she hasn't shown it at this level quite yet.
All right, Stoliarenko side, round 1, submission, correct? Plus 1,200
on FanDuel.
Don't mind it. Don't mind it. Brady, what do you have here for your Lambo play?
Yeah, I mean, I retired, as you know, Narco, from betting on fights like this. I feel like it's a really good spot for Jessica Rose Clark here. I feel like she should win this fight, but I also feel like she probably takes this fight down to the mat, or Stoliarenko probably pulls guard. I just have a feeling it ends up on the mat, and at that point, Stoliarenko has finished, I believe, all but one of her wins by submission. We saw Rose Clark submit it in her last fight. I think, if anything, I would take a look at that Stoliarenko by submission. It is sitting at plus 500. And like Lou said, I think that's her path to victory by submission. I'd be shocked if, obviously, she knocked out Rose Clark, and I'd be really shocked if she won a decision. I don't think she's a great minute winner. Stoliarenko by sub, women's MMA, I think it's definitely on the table here.
Yeah, I mean, I see that, and I did look at that when I was looking at the Lambo plays for this fight. And to be honest, like doing tape on this, I honestly think Stoliarenko is the better minute winner as far as on the feet. Like, she throws more. Even if Jessica Rose Clark gets this down on the ground, like, Stoliarenko is working. Like, she's working for arm bars. She's even throwing fucking strikes from bottom. And it's like, I don't know, man. I think this is going to be very hairy. I think, if she doesn't get the sub, I think it's a very, very close fight. I think this fight goes to split decision, to be honest. And how I'm looking at it is Stoliarenko by split is plus 1,200. I think she's going to do more. I think she's tougher than Jessica Rose Clark. Not that that's a good thing because she's getting hit a lot. But Jessica Rose Clark on the feet just doesn't do anything. Like, she doesn't look very comfortable on the feet. She wants to get the fight to the ground. And like I said, like, I think Stoliarenko is working from bottom a lot. So I don't know how the judges are going to see it, but split decision is plus 1,200. I'm going to give it a shot here with Stoliarenko at plus 1,200. With that being said, Tim has moved away from where he was at. His internet is working better.
Jesus
Give us
Christ.
a damn play, will you?
Fucking go, guys. Seriously. It's wonderful being here with you guys. How's everybody doing?
What's up, Tim?
What's up, Tim?
So you guys are on Stoliarenko, right?
Kind
We waited for you.
Let's do it, man. Stoliarenko by point, Stoliarenko by split. Yeah, like, dude, she can win a decision against this chick. She also could win stand-up, I think. Yeah, just women's MMA. Give me a split decision, fight to go. Is it possible that she gets an armbar? I think it's possible too. So plus 500 ain't bad for that. So probably going to take a shot at all of those. Love them.
All right. Split decision. Stoliarenko points. I don't hate it, man. I think it's very, very viable in this fight because Jessica Rose Clark does shit on the feet. Fight number 2, it is Jessica I versus Maycee Barber, and I will kick this one off to Brady because I know this is his fight of the night. Go ahead, Brady. Bless us with your Lambo play on this fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to this one. Who could not? But yeah, I mean, how many times have we seen this, especially the last couple weeks? I mean, we have a women's MMA fight. We have a big favorite in a fight that is probably going to decision, a fight that is probably going to be competitive. It's going to be in the hands of the judges. What are they looking at? Are they scoring damage? Are they scoring control? We literally don't know. Some fights they score damage. Some fights they score control. They've been really shitting the bed lately. Give me I to win by split decision at plus 1,400. Greasy fight. It's going to decision, and the judges probably fuck this up. So give me I plus 1,400 split decision.
Don't mind it. I don't mind that at all. I split decision. Tim, with the internet working now and you're not freezing, give us a play on this fight.
Again, just super grateful for all of this. Yeah, split decision, same thing. Split decision prop, both sides. Barber's at it's 5-1. And then as DFS just said, Brady just said, split on I is absolutely, I don't understand it, man. It doesn't make any sense. You say it every, like, I don't know. There's no way it should be 4 digits. Like, it just shouldn't be. So, yeah, I'm going to be betting both and hoping that I wins. I kind of lean that it's Barber. Kind of think that she wins the split, or she might even win a unanimous decision, but the split is so live here. Yeah, like them.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a play on here. I was passing this fight. I just kind of think Maycee Barber wins by, like, controlling her, maybe getting some takedowns. Maycee Barber, like, she's pretty strong, I guess, in the clinch. Like, she's holding girls up on the fence. They can't really move. I could see that, but I also see what you guys are seeing. Like, I think this fight goes to decision at a very high clip. If Jessica I is to disengage and is at space, she's the better striker to me. I guess, you guys can convince me now that split decision is not that bad on Jessica I, and it's plus 1,400. So yeah, I could definitely see that plus 1,400 by split. Lou, what do you have here?
Let's make it a consensus, boys.
Oh shit.
Jessica I by split. I'm heavier on just the fight ending in a split, but I mean, plus 350 just for either one to get a split for a fight that probably goes the distance 95% of the time. 90%. Like, I's not finishing her. Barber, I mean, I even looked at Barber round 3, and then I'm like, well, she's not a finisher, and I doesn't get finished. But the OnlyFans fade is the only thing I worry about with the I split decision. I got to be it's a real thing. So I got to be careful. But fight to end and split, much like Tim and Brady said, man, 1,400. Again, if you know the fight's going to go the distance this many times, it's outrageous. You have to. It's a numbers play. It's not an optics play anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the fact that UFC put these first 2 fights on there, like back to back. Get them out of the way. I don't want them as the co-main event. I don't want them on the main card. Thank you very much for getting these fights out of the way because no one cares. Moving on, fight number 3, it's Uriah Hall versus Andre Muniz. Tim, kick this one off with your Lambo play.
Oh, man, I'm on an island on this one. I think Uriah Hall is going to win a decision and, like, survive the first round, not get subbed, and then it's going to be similar to actually Chris Curtis fighting against Vieira. You can kind of see a similar deal where if the guy doesn't get insta-sub in the first 3 minutes, he's going to be struggling. And, I mean, is Hall live for a KO 2-3 as well? I think so, but I'll take the points. They're both around the same, so I don't mind either one. Like, you do KO 2-3 at FanDuel is plus 750. You do Hall points is plus 850. I don't see Muniz winning minutes. So, you know, maybe, I mean, I guess he wins minutes by just like grappling him and holding him down instead of going anything, but he's got to, I mean, he hasn't shown to do that as often. I think he did it one time, but yeah, I'll take a shot on, it's a big one. The thing is like minus 600 fight doesn't go. So I'll take a big shot on Hall by points. Why not?
Listen, I don't hate it at all. I've been advocating kind of like this fight going a decision here. When I was taping this one, like I'm trying to find, you know, when I tape, I'm trying to find similar opponents that, you know, Hall has faced that I can compare Muniz to, and I can compare ACJ to him. You know, like ACJ had Hall's back. Like he had a lot of control time. You know, Rafael Natal had a top position in half guard, and like Hall is doing all the right things, like defending, like he's not stupid. Like, and all of a sudden, you know, you're going to tell me this guy Muniz, because he's got, you know, 3 subs in a row, has a minus number next to his submission prop against a guy that has 27 fights, a veteran of the UFC, never been submitted. I don't know about that, man. Like this, you know, and the decision prop, honestly, on the Muniz side is not bad, because I think he wins the first round at a pretty decent clip. He is, I think he's like 3 or 4-0 in decisions. I could see it, man. Like I could see a decision win for Muniz. And the decision prop, you know, I got in early, it was plus 650. It's still plus 600. I think that's way off, to be honest. I do see, you know, I honestly can't see Hall winning a decision. But for me, I'm hedging the Muniz decision by taking Hall late. I actually think Hall late is not bad. So I don't want to take both plays. My official play is going to be Muniz decision. But Hall late is not a bad look. Lou, what do you like?
We talk about why Tim's screen looks like the beginning of every horror movie ever. Like, but Tim, you are not on an island. I love the Hall decision at 10-1. I think, and I'll just repeat one thing you said. You compared this to Vieira Curtis. I think it's going to be exactly like that. It's going to be a hairy 3 to 4 minutes. I think by the second round, Muniz is going to be, and it's going to be the optics of it. He's going to be shooting really lazy, tired takedowns from far away. I don't think Hall is as an elite striker as he was, but he's a veteran. He knows how to piece somebody up. I think he can keep the distance. I think he can just point him his way to a decision here. And might remind you, the last 2 times we've had one of these absurdly wide fight goes lines was last week with Vieira Curtis and with Pereira and Bruno Silva. And these things went to like, they didn't just go to decisions. They were never in doubt. Like, it seems like we're getting one of these every like week or 2 now. That just, it looks like such an obvious parlay piece for people, and it never hits. So give me Hall decision at 10-1. I'll take the veteran. Is it going to be a sweaty 3 or 4 minutes? You better believe it, but there's no fun in having it easy. Like, make me sweat for it a little bit. This thing hits the second round, I feel like the bet's going to hit.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the finishing equity, I think, is early for Muniz. I agree with you guys there. Brady, anything different? Anything you see here that sticks out?
Yeah, I'm going to take a different route here. I can't. I mean, that Muniz line is kind of ridiculous there. I think he's more so round one or bust because his cardio is not great as the fight goes on. And yeah, like you said, he's submitting these guys, but Fabinski gets submitted by everybody. I feel like if Hall does get to the second round, I feel like he's going to be very live for that knockout. You take a look at Muniz, his 4 losses, all 4 of them do come by knockout. Uriah Hall has finished all but 2 of his UFC wins. I like Hall in these second and third round knockout props. So second round knockout is plus 1,400 and third round knockout is plus 2,000. I think if Muniz does not get that early sub, I think he slows down. I think he gasses out. I don't trust his chin. And I think Uriah Hall puts him out later in the fight. So yeah, a round 3 KO, juiciest one there, plus 2,000. I'll go with that.
I like it. I really do. I think there is a viable path where this guy gets tired because of the grappling, can't finish Hall, and then Hall looks like the fresher fighter in round 3. And we know Hall has power in his hands, regardless of, the guy being old, he still has a ton of power.
Yeah, don't be afraid to throw two darts at this fight or 3 darts at this fight, because you could absolutely hit on all of them, and you could break even on sub 1 or whatever for Muniz, and then you could hit the 2-3 / even KO 2-3 and points on the Hall side and be like just money. So like,
yeah,
it's not a bad. This is a really good numbers on this fight all the way around, except for the Muniz by sub.
All right, let's move on. It is fight number 4 is Brad Tavares versus Dricus du Plessis. This is kind of my main event here because I have some bets on this fight. I like du Plessis here in this spot. I have du Plessis by submission. I have du Plessis and a bunch of other stuff. So, yeah, obviously I gave out my Lambo play. I kind of like du Plessis by submission. I got him at plus 2,000, which was absolutely insane on Bet Online earlier on. And I kind of sent that message to a couple of people, including Liam. I said, man, look at this fucking submission prop. This is crazy to me because when I watch du Plessis' guillotine, it's nasty, man. It's a nasty, nasty guillotine. It's like headlock series is not bad. And I could see a moment where du Plessis hurts him on the feet. And what Tavares does when he gets hurt is he goes to the wrestling and he can leave his neck out there. And du Plessis can sink in that submission. So obviously the line is way down now. It's plus 750, and it's just keeps getting beat up, to be honest. And now at this point, plus 750, I'm still gonna give it out. I don't like it as much, obviously, but yeah, I mean, I think submission is very, very live here. Obviously, the KOs is more live because I think du Plessis has the death touch, but yeah, I like the du Plessis side here. Lou, what do you got?
I mean, if I got it at plus 2,000, my partner on the bet elevator said he got it at plus 2,000 on Mondays on Bet Online. I mean, it's like an auto bet. But the only thing I worry about with the submission is, Tavares' takedown defense is pretty good, but the club and sub is live. I think even the death touch, the club and sub's right there. I went a little different route. I'm also on the du Plessis side. I took him round 2 at plus 600. I didn't put a method in, just the round 2 prop. I feel like he fights kind of weird in the first couple of minutes. Like his timing, he's kind of awkward. Not tentative, he's kind of herky jerky. I can't think any other old timey words I can use here, but like I feel like it just takes him a bit to get his timing. This will be the best striker he's fought in the UFC, definitely in the UFC. I mean, I don't see anybody that's a better striker that he's fought, but I think it's only a matter of him getting the timing. And I think round 2 is 10 minutes is enough time for him to time it. And I honestly think there's a narrative he'll be losing this fight till he wins it. Well, he's winning it between minutes 5 and 10. So that's my take on this one. I feel pretty good about it too.
Yeah, I mean, he is kind of a slow, like he has a lot of knockouts in the second and third round. So I could definitely see that here. Brady, what do you have here for your Lambo play?
Yeah, funny enough, I have the same exact thing as Lou. The round 2, just round 2 plus 600. I don't have as good of reasoning as Lou did. Basically, it's just the odds are better, and I like the odds there in that second round finish. And it makes sense what Lou was saying as well. Kind of a slow starter, a lot of knockouts in that second round. I think it does happen in the second round, plus 600. I like it, and yeah, I'm with you, Narco. I like du Plessis as well, and I think he does finish this fight at some point. When is it? second round, hopefully.
All right. Du Plessis, second round for Brady. Tim, what do you have here?
I'm with you. I'm on the sub. I like the sub for the same exact reasons. I don't think, and I agree with Lou, I don't think it's a takedown. I think it's a club and sub most likely. I'm definitely going to take a shot, as you guys know, always on the round props. If you got a couple guests throwing it out there, I don't have anything on it right now, but I'll definitely take a shot at that with the guys. Tail it.
All right. Let's move on here. It is fight number 5. It is Ian Garry, the future, versus Gabe Green. Lou, you can kick this one off.
So I don't have as strong a reasoning here. This is intuition. I'm playing Garry Green to end in round 3 at plus 900. The reason behind it is if this fight plays out the way I think it will, I should mention I have a bet on Gabe Green. I put in earlier in the week. I'm having buyer's remorse on it. So I may work out a hedge with this come tomorrow, but I feel like Ian Garry can kind of win the first 2 rounds. Green doesn't move his head well. I think Garry can hit him, but Green's pretty tough. He has been knocked out in his life, but he's pretty tough, and I think Garry can just piece him up. I'm willing to forgive him getting hit by Jordan Williams in the first minute of his debut. It's a debut. We've seen people not react right. There's a stage fright element there. There's a psychological element. I think Gary's going to piece him up, and I think in the 3rd round, Green, he's not shy. He's going to have to go for it to win. I actually think the draw is in play here too, strangely enough, but I won't give out the draw on this one. I think Gabe Green's going to go for it in the 3rd. He's either going to absolutely overwhelm Garry like he's never seen before, or he is just going to walk into like a 5-piece combo and get dropped. And Garry can certainly hit hard enough to do it. I mean, I know I get that Lioness tagged him, and he got up like in 2 seconds. Like, I understand it, but every fight's a little different. You get hit different angles. You never know. So not a huge, strong feeling about this, but I'm going for violence here in round 3, and I don't care what side it is. So it's plus 900 on FanDuel, or Bet Rivers, sorry. And for the odds, does Ian Garry win a decision most of the time? Probably. But I'm going to play the violence prop here at the end and just root for chaos.
All right. Chaos, violence, all that. Give it to Lou Betcha. Brady, what do you have here?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Lou said that the draw is live because that's what I'm going with. I'm going with the draw plus 6,600. No analysis. I mean, really, I just can't find anything I like. I think it'll be a competitive fight. Both guys, horrendous striking defense. I think they're going to throw down. I don't know. Give me a 10-8 in there. Give me a fence grab. Give me a nut shot. Give me that draw plus 6,600. The best thing I can come up for this fight.
All right, draw plus 6,600. We need those on every single damn show, and we got one again. Tim, what do you have here for your Lambo play?
God, I feel so cheap. I'm just going to go for a little 330 plus 330 little barely Lambo play here. I don't know. I think I loved Gabe Green last fight. I bet on him in round 2, and I kind of thought the fight would go just like it went. And I mean, the dude can be hit, and he's there to be hit. And I just think that eventually the KO will potentially be there. Like Lou said, is it potentially a points for carry? Yeah, but I think that this is, again, the UFC just setting dudes up and trying to get them in the next step for what they're trying to do. And I mean, it's just clear they want him to win. So I don't know if he does. I think this is the next step, obviously, level-wise, competition-wise. So, yeah, I'll take Gary's stab at the Garry KO plus 330. And I might also look at the later round props. I agree with Lou that it could be, second round or third round, an attritional kind of poundy thing. But I might not get cute with it either and just stay with the KO.
All right, KO for Garry here. I see the world where Garry can KO Green, but man, Green is so damn tough. And I think what I see in this fight is what I saw in Darian Weeks' fight versus Ian Garry. I think bigger cage, he's going to skirt around, he's going to use his height, he's going to use his kicks. He's not going to want to engage in the pocket with Gabe Green because Gabe Green does throw a lot of heat. And, to be honest, I don't see a lot of power on Ian Garry's punches. I think he's more of a volume guy, a touch guy. He's not a guy that's trying to sit down and actually knock you out. I just see a decision, man. And I think Green is going to pull away in this fight. I think, it's only a plus 200 prop on Garry decision. It's not a Lambo play. It's you can call it a Toyota Corolla. You can call it a Hyundai, whatever you want to call it. But it's, I think that's the most viable path, honestly. I have a bet on it, a track bet on plus 200 decision. I have a track bet on the over in this fight. I think this fight goes over, man. I don't see much violence. I know Green loves violence and he's always coming forward, but the footwork and the improved striking defense of Garry actually in his last fight. Like when he's walking back now, he has his hands up for once. Like watching some of his tapes, his hands down to the side, moving back in a straight line. It just looked horrible. And I think he's improving, right? He's at a better gym. He has better training partners. He's only 24. So you're going to see improvements from this guy. And I think you're going to see more improvements here. So yeah, give me Garry decision. I know it's only plus 200. I apologize, but that's the best I like here in this fight, to be honest. So moving on.
Congratulations on your side bet by decision.
Did he win?
Yep. Glad I cashed out.
Plus 275. Thank you. Sorry, guys. I can't be
worries.
celebrating some other thing, but I'll take the plus 275 on C. Moving on, it is fight number 6. It is Donald Cowboy Cerrone versus Jim Miller. Brady, you kick this one off, buddy. What do you have here as your Lambo play?
Yeah, so I was really high on the fight doesn't go to decision in the Lozon fight, both of them. And I got, I think, like minus 140 for the fight doesn't go in the first one, minus 182 in the second one. And now that fight doesn't go like minus 200. I feel like the finish equity is mostly on that Jim Miller side, honestly. And I feel like it is mostly early on. I think Miller goes out there and starches Cerrone in the very first round. I think it's by knockout as well. Donald Cerrone, very good takedown defense, 90%. Donald Cerrone, I believe he's only been sub one time. It was a long time ago. Other than that, he's been knocked out like 8 times at this point. I think his chin's gone. Miller's shown off power his last 2 fights. I think Miller knocks him out in the first round. Only problem is, in the first fight, they opened up Joe Lozon wins by KO in round 1 at plus 1,500 on FanDuel. This time, they're kind of all over this one. Miller by KO round 1, only plus 600, but that is definitely a viable path to victory. Miller, round 1, knockout, plus 600 on FanDuel.
Miller, round 1 knockout. I think you're just aren't you carrying over your Lozon round 1 KO, Brady?
Yeah, I had that at I think a little bit better, like plus 750, plus 800, something like that.
All right. Well, we got a little less here, but yeah, I see it. Tim, give us your Lambo play here.
Yeah, I mean, this is another one of those fights where I'll probably have like 4 bets. Yeah, let's do. God, man, the money line is just crazy. I don't understand the money line. Just got to say it. I think Cowboys washed. I get that, but I mean, damn, like this, it shouldn't be this shouldn't be this wide. But I'm gonna take a shot at Cowboy KO plus 460. If you want to get super greasy with it, Cowboy KO 2 plus 1,300. I do think the KO for Miller is live, especially if you get bad Cowboy out there just scared shitless and not wanting to take shots from anybody. The Morono fight's a clear example of it. Morono can't finish his lunch, and he just absolutely murdered him. So yeah, I mean, I just tend to keep thinking like, and I was on Lozon as well, like in round 1 big. So it's like I tend to think that's going to be the way I'm going to bet it as a hedge. But and greasy like round 2 in the first minute from Miller the last 2 times as well. So hedge that if you're going to bet it. Don't only bet round 1. So I'll take the KO and KO 2 for Cowboy. I just think that somebody dies in this fight. I don't think it hits round 3. If it does hit round 3, I think Cowboy is live for a finish there too. But I think somebody dies in the first 2 rounds.
All right. He is on the Cowboy side here. And honestly, I'm right there with Brady, man. Like, I can't overlook how bad Cowboy's chin was against Morono. Like, you know, people are saying like Morono does not hit hard. Like, why? How does he hit hard? Because he throws big looping punches and those look hard. They're not fucking hard. Like the guy is look at the guy's career. It's decision after fucking decision after decision. And you're telling me this guy hits hard? He does not hit hard. It's just the fact that you go watch the first minute of that fight. Like every punch Morono landed is like buzzing fucking Cerrone. It looks terrible. I think this guy is shot, to be honest. And the other thing I see on tape is, dude, like, I don't know what's going on with Jim Miller. He's either said to himself, like, fuck it, I'm just going to go absolutely bonkers on the feet and just throw bombs and whatever happens, happens, because that's how he's fighting. And yeah, he was always a fast starter, but he grappled a lot in other fights. But now it's like, fuck it, I'm just throwing haymakers in the first round and I'm either going to knock him out or he's going to knock me out. And if he comes out with that game plan again here, he's going to knock out Cowboy Cerrone. I really believe that. And yeah, he's been to decision. They're saying, you know, Selecki, Pichel, but there was a lot of grappling in those fights. I don't expect there to be grappling here. And I think he's just going to go bonkers. He's going to land a bomb. And I think the first bomb he lands, I think Cowboy Cerrone goes out because I think his chin is shot, man. I don't care. It's at 170, at 155. I think the chin is shot. I think the weight cuts are hurting him now too. You know, obviously it's at 170, but he still went through 2 weight cuts not very long ago. So, yeah, give me the knockout prop on Miller. It's plus 310. I don't want to get too greedy and go round 1 because I think it might happen in round 2 too. But plus 310, I think KO on Miller is fine. That's where I'm going to go with my Lambo play here. Lou, what do you have?
Well, there's no reason for analysis because I'm with you two, and I'm on the Miller round 1 KO. So instead of doing the analysis, I want to just say that Brady said point deduction and nut shot, and I didn't say a goddamn word. That's all I got.
But before you say anything,
I'm not saying anything else.
Do you have a bag next to you?
No.
Oh, because you didn't have to speak words. All you had to do is just lift it up.
I'm trying to show there's more than one side to this, to the commentary I can do. But I will add this. I have somebody that I am friends with that is really big on Cerrone decision. And for whatever reason, this pick infuriates me to the point where I want to fire him from the show. I'm like irrationally angry. I'm like, because it's 5-1. Does this happen? Like, does this happen 20% of the time with these two? Like I would need 12-1 to even, like 10-1 to take it. So I like the way Miller fights. And to your point, Narco, I think he knows his cardio. It is what it is at this point. The grappling's just probably taken way too much out of him, man. Like, I'm not saying like throwing everything with like deadly intentions doesn't take it out of you, but this is the path least resistance to maximize his cardio, which is why I think round 2 is live too. I think he has like 8 minutes of cardio, but the third round, if this fight makes it to the third round, it's going to be awful. I mean, it's going to be hilariously awful, but it's going to be bad. But give me Miller KO and give me Miller round 1 KO. And like all the memories in the world you gave me, Cerrone, like, thank you very much. Like, but yeah, like it's enough, man.
I agree. We'll move on. Fight number 7. It is the feature prelim fight here. Brad Riddell versus Jalin Turner. What a barn burner. Tim, you can take this barn burner. What do you have here for your Lambo play?
Yeah, I just want to say my last pick was brought to you guys by P3. And, you know, if you guys like really shitty cheeses and like stale nuts and ham that I don't even really know where it comes from, yeah, go to that place. It's really good. P3. Anyways. Yeah, no, this is a tough fight, man. I think I think that there's going to be violence. I think the violence early leans more Jalin. I definitely think Brad's live to KO him as well in round 1, but I think it's I'm going to take a shot on the round. I'm going to go for a big one. I like the sub on Jalin Turner, and I like the sub round 1. So it's plus 700 and plus 1500. I think it's possible a bunch of things happen. I think he could rock him. Riddell could come in, try to shoot like a sloppy takedown and just get wrapped up instantly. I think he could drop him and club and sub him as well. I think potentially he could even wrestle him and take his back. So there's lots of options for it. So yeah, give me the sub plus 700 and the sub 1 plus 1500. Don't hate it at all.
All right, the sub prop for Jalin Turner. I'm on the same side. I'm just not on the sub prop. I like Turner KO1, man. It's plus 600. He's a very, very fast starter. Brad Riddell is kind of a slow starter to me, and he gets hurt in some of these fights. Like against Dober, he was hurt in the first round. Alex De Silva landed some big punches on him in the first round, and Turner's going to come forward in that first round, and he's going to throw big punches. And when Turner has you hurt, man, he's a pretty good finisher. And I think if he has Brad Riddell hurt here in round 1, man, I think he finishes him. It's plus 600. I wanted a little more meat on the bone, but I think it's very, very live. However, if this fight goes later, I'm going to start favoring Brad Riddell here. So, yeah, I'm going to give my official Lambo play as Turner KO1. It's plus 600. Lou, what do you have for your Lambo play?
I'm on the sub prop as well with Tim, but I want to say that I feel like this is one of those fights where I'm walking into a trap. Like, I really do. Turner's a very public side this week. He's had very impressive finishes, and he seems to be leveling up. Like, chat's torturing me right now. They seem to be leveling up like every single time we see him. I know he's fighting like the Brock Weavers, like I get it, but he's still going after the Malarkey fight was like, and I was on the Malarkey side because I love Jamie Malarkey, but like, I mean, he just absolutely, he looked so impressive in that fight. I feel like if it's not going well, to your point, Narco, his power is ridiculous. I just feel like if this fight isn't going great for him the first 2.5 minutes, the striking is equal, he can take it to the ground and take the path of least resistance and work for that sub. He might get a ground and pound too. In the distance is one of my biggest plays I have of the week. But I lean toward the sub solely because I think the difference there is just more pronounced than the striking difference. The power difference is pronounced. But, Riddell's striking is not no joke. So, if it's pretty equal on the feet, I could see Turner taking it to the ground where I think he has a big advantage.
All right, Lou, on the submission prop for Jalin Turner. Brady, did you find anything good here?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I'm high on violence in general. I think both guys are live for a finish. I think Jalin Turner's live for a knockout, for a sub. I think Riddell's even live for a knockout. Jalin Turner, 44% strike and defense. Turner finished 3 times by knockout. So I don't want to completely write off Riddell, but I guess the one prop that did stick out to me was that Jalin Turner sub, like Lou and Tim are on there. It's sitting at plus 700. I can see a club and sub maybe hurting Riddell, and Riddell also does go for those takedowns at times. Maybe Turner can catch him in something. Turner, legit on the mat. I believe he's either a brown belt or a black belt at this point. Really slick on the mat. And Brad Riddell has been sub before. So if anything, it's that sub prop, but I'm just really high on somebody getting finished here in general.
All right. Violence for Brady. Yeah, I like violence in this fight too. And a lot of people I've been listening to think this fight goes a little later, but man, the way Jalin Turner fights, right? We call him, you know what we call this guy, Brady? We call him killer be killed type of fighter, man. And that's how he fights. So
do you guys like the live bet spot for Riddell here after one?
I mentioned that if you like Riddell, like I mentioned it on Spaces yesterday, like if you like Riddell, I would hold off. Like I would have not play him pre-fight because I think he loses round 1 at a pretty good clip, man, honestly. And you might get a very good number round 2. And
what about round 3? What number do you think you get round 3 if Turner starts to fade at the end of round 2?
Well, the problem is
I think he'll fade earlier than that.
Yeah, the problem is I think, Riddell can win round 2, and then you're not going to get a very good price because he's going to look like the fresher fighter, and he's probably going to be the favorite at that point. So I think after round 1 is probably your best bet, but you might be right. I'm not.
There's been a few fights. There were a few fights that I taped. I can't remember them specifically, but he's not shown like great gas past 7 minutes or so.
It's like he says it. Like if you look at his Instagram, he says it. This is not an easy cut for him to 155.
No, he's massive, dude. He's massive.
He's massive, and he's cutting a lot of weight, and he has muscle too. So he's cutting a ton of weight to get to 55. To have, whatever advantage that he has, the reach and size advantage. But yeah, before we move on to the main card, I want to thank 52 of you in chat right now. Thank you very, very much to each and every one of you. We appreciate it. Please hit the like. Please subscribe to my channel. And with that being said, let me move on. It is fight number 8. It is the main card. Kicking it off, it is Pedro Munhoz versus Sean O'Malley. And, this is another one where I could not really find a Lambo play per se, because I think this fight hits the scorecards. With that being said, I think, O'Malley in the striking is so much better. He's got the reach. He's got the quickness. I mean, he's got the technical aspect of the boxing. I mean, he's a very, very good boxer, very skilled, very good jab that he can keep Munhoz at the end of. And with that being said, the decision prop is only plus 175. I mean, if you have Caesars, it's plus 200. I don't see violence here, man. I like the over. I like this fight to cruise to over, to be honest. O'Malley knocks out people out, but Munhoz is not that guy, man. Like, here's the thing. It took O'Malley 3 rounds to go Martino out of here. It took him 3 rounds to get the ghost of Thomas Almeida out of here. I don't see how he stops Munhoz. Like, Munhoz has a chin, man. And Sean O'Malley really, outside of the Paiva, like, one shot, and Wineland, who's completely shot, I don't even count that. I don't think he's that big of a hitter, and I think Munhoz is going to be able to take everything. I think he's more of a volume puncher, and Munhoz is just super durable. I'm going to take the O'Malley decision. It's plus 175. Again, not a Lambo play, but a Toyota Corolla play. Lou, what do you have?
Well, I must like Toyotas because I'm right there with you. This is the one fight where, like, I can't take the Munhoz side. I don't like what I see from him, and it's a horribly stylistic matchup for him. So unless you're going to go O'Malley, like, with a round prop, which I'm with you, I think it's going to be 15 minutes of target practice. That's what it's going to feel like. I don't know what Munhoz can really do here. Like I said, this is just, for his style, this is a terrible matchup with that reach. The decision's all I got, man. Like, sorry to disappoint here. Maybe Brady can save us.
Brady, can you save us? Save us from a Toyota Corolla.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. I mean, I think this fight goes to decision. I'm with you guys, which is weird. I think the fight it's still plus money, which is weird. I thought that would be minus by now. But, I think it does go to decision more often than not. But if it does finish, I do lean actually towards it being Munhoz getting a finish here. Like you mentioned, Narco, Munoz's durability is off the charts. Although he is a walking punching bag, the guy can take a shot, never been knocked out. I do question the durability of O'Malley. We've seen him hurt in the Sukhamtop fight. We saw him hurt in the Vera fight. And again, I think if there is a finish, I think it is going to be Munhoz. And like you said, there's no Lambo plays for Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley by knockout is only plus 150. Sean O'Malley by decisions only plus 175. So you got to look towards the Munhoz side. Give me Munhoz to win by knockout plus 900. I think if he does win this fight, he's not winning decision. I think it's by KO.
Wow, you heard it here first. Plus 900 Munhoz by KO. I have not heard that very often. You heard it on the Lambo plays. I mean, guy has those chicken legs that, and Munhoz can kick very, very hard. It might only take 2 or 3 kicks, honestly. I'm not even joking. Tim, what do you like here for your Lambo play?
Yeah, give me the Corolla. Nothing to add on what you guys said. I just think it's going to be him sparring for 15 minutes, pretty much. Munhoz is just durable as hell. Can't see him finishing. I can't see Munhoz. I mean, maybe Munhoz breaks his leg, but I think it's even going to be hard for him to get into kicking range and being able to get a good shot on his leg at this point. So 175. Honestly, I think, like, we say it a lot of times when there's like a plus 200 on this show, and it's like this and we're passing, it's like, this is really good value though. Like, this is like, I mean, it should be like plus 100. Like, it shouldn't be plus 170. So I like the value in it. I'll probably make a, good unit size bet at least on it.
I think so too. I mean, some of those shots that Aldo was landing on him, and dude, like, the guy, like, he doesn't even get stunned. It's so crazy. It's like, all right, you hit me, let me come back at you. And it was like combos Aldo was landing on him in the 3rd round, and he took him like nothing, man. And the guy's chin is crazy. Moving on, it is fight number 9. It is Robbie Lawler versus Bryan Barberena. Kick this one off, Lou. What do you have here for your Lambo play?
You got to get Toyota to sponsor the show, bro. Like, I mean, why not? Like, just be like, hey, guys, we're giving you, you're getting free press. Like, why not, man? I'll take a Corolla. This is like, man, I just don't even want to bet this fight. Like, I'm a big Lawler fan. I feel like I won't do like a whole analysis on it. I feel with the state of their careers, this is the fight where you just take the dog money one way or the other. I think that's kind of the way to play it. It's a numbers play, but as Clint likes to say, let's go one last ride, man. Lawler KOs plus 380 on FanDuel. No analysis for me. Just, I think Lawler punches harder, and I'm just kind of really hoping Lawler just, much like Cerrone after this, like, get a win and get out of there, man. Like, got nothing left to prove. Go coach. Go do anything else. Like, call it a day. Like, we love you. It's a play from the heart, so I don't want to, like, even break it down anymore. But, like, give me Lawler KO plus 380, which I think is still pretty good odds against the guy in Barberena that gets hit a lot and got dropped by Jason Witt. So.
All right. Lawler KO. Brady, what do you see here on this fight?
Yeah, there's actually 2 that stick out to me. And the first one is I'm with Lou there, that Lawler KO. The reason being is I think this is probably one of the most exciting fights on the entire card. We know what these guys are going to do. They're just going to stand in the middle and bang. Both guys have no regards for any striking defense. I mean, I don't know what Robbie Lawler was doing in his last fight against Diaz, but he let Diaz land like 150 strikes on him in the first 2 rounds. They're just going to swing and bang until somebody falls. And the reason why I do lean towards the Robbie Lawler KO is, you know, the durability. Robbie Lawler, I believe, has only been knocked out like 3 times. And like Lou said, Barberena was dropped by Jason Witt. And on the flip side, you know, Barberena could not finish Jason Witt. He couldn't finish Anthony Ivy. That scares the crap out of me. So I think if there is a finish, it's on that Lawler side. Lawler KO plus 380. And if it does go to decision, I think the split is going to be very live. I think the judges are going to be like, you know, who won the round? I don't know. They both landed 50 strikes a round. They both got hit a ton. They both probably got hurt a ton. I think the split plus 400 and Robbie Lawler KO plus 380 are 2 spots that really stuck out to me there.
All right. Lawler KO and the split for Brady. Tim, go ahead.
Yeah. Split. Beautiful time for an old man versus a super washed dude who seems to be old. He's like 32. Everybody caps him like he's a 40-year-old. It's weird. I don't get, I understand it because I've watched him. He does look like he's 40-year-old. I think this is going to be a banger. I think the same thing Brady just said at the end. This could be just, how do you judge it kind of fight. And, plus 400 for that. Or if you want to take a greasy side, you can go plus 800 on Lawler, plus 900 on Barberena. I'm not taking a greasy side on this one. I will go for just the plus 400. Fight ends in split. I agree with you guys. If somebody does finish, I think Lawler's more durable, but I'm not going to bet that. I'll take a classic split here.
All right, guys. So I'm the crazy guy here. I have a lot of units on the over here. More than I'm comfortable with, and I know I'm going to be sweating. I think both guys are honestly very durable, even though they get hurt. Like, it's hard to finish Barberena, man. Look, go back and watch the Luque fight. Luque hits harder than almost anyone, and he landed some huge punches in that fight, and eventually got him out with like 6 seconds left in the fight. But my God, man, like Barberena took a ton in that fight. Even in the fight after that, like he took a lot of shots from Randy Brown, and the way Randy Brown put him out is from a body shot. Like he hurt him with a kick to the body, and he kind of like crumbled, and then he started working the body, and he kind of eventually gave up. But historically, like, man, I mean, Barberena is super durable. Robbie Lawler is, just as durable, if not even more. And at this point, to be honest, in his career, like, I don't think Robbie Lawler is a finisher like he used to be. I think both guys, I think this is going to be rock'em sock'em robots, to be honest, on the feet. It's going to be a close fight. And like you said, like Brady said, like, who knows what the judges are seeing? Who knows what they're looking at? But it's going to be a lot of back and forth punches, and split decision is plus 400. I honestly think you have to play that at this point in these guys' career, because I think they're both durable. I think this fight goes to decision, and I think it's going to be a close fight. I really don't see any of these guys grappling, man. And plus 400 in a rock'em sock'em robots type of fight, yeah, give it to me. I think split decision is not bad at all here. Moving on, it is fight number 10. It is Sean Strickland versus Alex Pereira. Brady, what do you have here for your Lambo play?
So this seems to be a very popular play this week, and you probably know where I'm going with this. But yeah, I think Sean Strickland by submission really sticks out. It actually opened up plus 1,200. I got it at plus 1,100. It's now plus 950. I think if he goes out there and fights a smart fight, gets his fight down to the mat, I think that sub is going to be very, very live. Like, people don't know how good of a grappler Strickland is. I believe he's a brown belt in BJJ. We don't typically get to see his grappling much, but he has very underrated grappling. And I think if he gets his fight down to the mat, like, that sub prop is going to be so live. Pereira submitted in his only MMA loss. Give me that Strickland sub plus 950. I don't know if it hits, but I do know for a fact that if it does hit the mat, I'll be feeling very, very good about that spot at almost plus 1,000. So Strickland by sub, I like it.
All right, Strickland submission plus 1,000. Tim, what do you have here for your Lambo play?
Just rewind that. Just replay Brady over and over and over. Sub. That's a beautiful. I mean, like, come on, you got to. We all took shots. I mean, I'm pretty sure we all took shots on Bruno Silva by sub at plus 1,600, and now you're giving us a shot at plus 950 now, plus 1,000. It's good stuff. Strickland's shown that he's smarter than people think in the octagon. I mean, he may be smarter even outside the octagon, but like, he just knows what he knows what to do in there, and he's risk averse. And if he knows that he's outmatched in a certain way, he will fight to his best path. So I like that. And I think, just like Brady said, I mean, if this fight gets to the ground at any stage, like it could get to the ground at multiple stages if he's really smart. So yeah, he's so live for a sub if that happens. So yep, willing to take a shot.
All right. So, I mean, I'm on the same play, and what I've been hearing, like in like just MMA community wise, like, oh, Pereira looks so good with his get-ups, and he works to get up right away, and all this fucking phony stuff. But against who? Michailidis? Really? Like, the guy couldn't even, he landed one takedown against fucking KB Bular and controlled him maybe for 2 minutes. Michailidis had like over 3 minutes of control in that fight against Pereira. Is he actually that good? Like, if Strickland gets him down to the ground, like, I honestly think Pereira's screwed. Like, it's kind of overblown, the fact that Pereira can work his way up so easily. And like, Bruno Silva, who's a complete striker, got him down twice. Like, if Strickland decides to wrestle here, and I think he will, like, he's got a huge advantage on the ground. And if he flattens him out, man, and he starts to work to get better position, I think the submission is very, very live. And I mean, think of this, a guy that can grapple, that's a brown belt, against a guy that's probably a white belt, that's a career kickboxer, and you're getting plus 1,100, and the guy's path is probably wrestling and grappling. Like, I don't understand what the books are doing. Like, yeah, thank you, I'll take 1,100. Even though it doesn't hit, I think he's going to come close here, honestly. And plus 1,100, to be honest, is a gift here on the submission prop. Lou, what do you have here?
I'm throwing two darts at this. One is to agree with the consensus for everything you guys said about the Strickland submission, but I want to throw one other bet out there that I kind of think is interesting. Pereira by split decision at plus 1,600. And the reason, I'll tell you why I like it. I realize Strickland's path. Strickland's going to be winning minutes. I think Pereira is going to win moments on the feet. The important thing to note here is judges just hate the way Strickland fights. They hate it. They don't like, and honestly, like, I'm not saying, well, it translates to how he is outside the cage. Just look at the Hermanson fight. Like, these guys just really don't love the way he fights. And if he's hunting for subs and not really throwing a lot of strikes, how are they going to score that? So Is there a narrative side that maybe they want Pereira to win and get to Izzy? Maybe, but I got to think if he's winning moments on the feet and Strickland isn't doing much on the ground, this is going to get dicey. And I think at plus 1,600 for a situation that I think is live, like Tim throws, 8 darts at every fight. I can throw 2 here.
Oh my God, that was a good one.
I do enjoy busting Tim's balls. So,
Brady, what do you have here?
I have the Strickland sub.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. You kicked it off. That threw me off. That was a good one.
He's rattled. He's rattled on him shaming me right there.
All right, moving on. It's fight number 11, the co-main event. It is Alexander Volkanovski versus Max Holloway. Tim, kick this banger off with a Lambo play here.
Yeah, I mean, my pick would be Volkanovski by points. I was going back and forth with maybe a split decision prop on this one. And, it's I don't know, man. I think there's a weird, feeling I get, like he may finish. He may actually finish Max this fight, but this is not a lot of confidence in this. I think my pick would be Volkanovski by points. And I guess I would take a shot on the KO 3-5 on FanDuel at plus 950. The split decision for him, I don't think was high enough. I think it was plus 500. So yeah, I'll take the KO 3-5 plus 950. Why not?
All right, Lou, how many darts did he throw right there?
I mean, I've been playing darts for years in Philly, and last I checked, you get 3 in a set. They don't let me. I mean, I've played better than guys. I wish they'd give me 5 or 6. Look, man, Tim was away doing tennis stuff, so I don't get my daily ability to buff his balls. So it's I just gotta unleash the tank right now, and then Tim will give it back to me on a DM. So
it was a good day at PFL, dude. You guys can rip away. It's all good. We had a good day at PFL.
According to Twitter, you're in the minority. Most people did not seemingly have a good day at PFL.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I kind of see Volkanovski late here, to be honest. I bet him round 4, round 5. It's 2,400, 2,900. One guy is, to me, ascending, and one guy is slightly descending, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, it was a war against Yair Rodriguez. Yeah, he won the fight, but let's be honest. Did anybody expect that fight to be a war like that against Yair? I think everybody was in the consensus that, Max Holloway was going to run away with that fight, and it didn't turn out like that. And I think part of the reason why it didn't turn out like that, Yair is extremely tough, but I also think there's a slight decline in Max Holloway as opposed to what's happening with Volkanovski, man. I think the guy is legit. I think the guy is probably the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. I mean, he's improving all the time, even at the ripe age of 33. And the guy does it all, man. He has it all. And I mean, cardio, striking, wrestling, grappling. I mean, everything. I mean, the guy is just incredible. And round 4, round 5 is 2,400, 2,900. I'm going to take a poke, man. I honestly think that the time is going to come. I don't know if it's going to be this fight, but the time is coming for Max Holloway, because you just can't take these punches and these ass beatings fight after fight after fight.
How long have we been saying that?
Yeah, but it's going to happen. And
I agree. I know. I'm actually saying that in agreement. I'm not saying it's more it's got to happen. It's got to happen.
It's going to happen, and your chin is going to give up at some point. And I think this might be the one. But again, I might keep playing it until the wheels fall off. So I'm going to take the late round props. Lou, what do you have here for your Lambo play?
Agree with everything you said, Narco. I'm on the KO prop. I'm on the late props. One thing I want to add is about the Yair fight is that might be the most we've ever seen Max on the ground in a fight, at least in recent memory. He was happy to be on the ground. You don't see that often. And you're saying that, and one more point is that you're saying Volk's 33, but he's taken he really hasn't taken any damage in his. He's been knocked down a couple times. I get it, but for this many fights at this age, he really hasn't taken that much damage. And look, man, everybody's chin goes, it happens, and Volk is just leveling up every time we see him, man. And I think this is the time. And I'm going to make another prediction. This is the last time you see him at 145.
Yeah, it's very possible. We've been hearing the rumblings of him moving up. So I mean,
I think he gets the K. If he finishes him, I mean, obviously the trilogy's like there's no rematch past that point. I think he's going up, and eventually it's going to be against whoever, Oliveira. Like he's going to get an instant title shot. I don't think he has to work his way up at that point. I think it's an easy sell, and I think as stacked as 155 is, it's such a great fight to sell. Like the champion coming up against, I think it's a great fight. So give me Volk KO and all the late round props, like you said.
All right, Volk KO and late round props. Brady.
Yeah, looks
bless
like
us with your play here.
I'm going to be the boring one here. I'm going to be on the other side. I'm of the opinion that Max Holloway is never getting knocked out. I mean, this guy's chin's just unreal, absorbing 1,800 significant strikes. And like you said, Tim, like this has been the narrative the last couple fights. Like this could be the time. I don't think it's the time. I think this does go to decision, and I think it's competitive. I really do think it's going to be competitive. I do favor Volkanovski there. This is, I think, my lowest odds yet. But I think it goes to decision. Give me the split decision there, plus 350. Kind of on an island here, but I think this fight is. I mean, it's favored to go to decision, minus 220 on Bet Online, minus 235 on FanDuel. And again, I think it's close. I think it's going to be in the hands of the judges. Who knows what they're watching? Give me that split decision, although it is only plus 350 there.
Yeah, I mean, these split decisions on these 5-rounders, like, yeah, we didn't see it last week, but that could have easily been a split decision. With Sarukian and the fight robbed. The week before that, it was a split decision for Emmett. Like these fights that that are competitive, and we know this fight's going to be competitive. Like there's no doubt about it. Like Holloway is not going to just fold, right? So I could see it. Like I could see the split decision, and you're getting a decent plus number there.
I think I had 18-1 on Gamrot by split and 12-1 for Sarukian by split last week.
Yeah, I mean it was insane. I played it too, but yeah. Moving on, it is the main event of the night. It is Israel Adesanya versus Jared Cannonier. I will kick this one off. Like, I mean, you're looking at these props, and I was hunting, and finally, I said, you know what? I said, it's not happening early. I think it's going to happen around the middle rounds. Adesanya kind of like, in his fights, like he's kind of like, working his range. He's kind of trying to time people. I think he's going to be very aware of Cannonier's power early. I like Adesanya round 3 KO here. Round 3 KO for him is plus 1,300. I think that's when he gets it done. I don't think it's going to come early, like I said. And when you look, yeah, the guy doesn't have a lot of KOs, but a guy like Cannonier, I think, leaves himself open to get hit. He got hurt very badly against a guy like Derek Brunson. He's been knocked out by Dominic Reyes and Sean Jordan. Like, I don't know if the knockout is going to come for sure, but I don't think it comes early. I think it comes a little later. And I just, I feel like it's going to be that third round here. And third round is plus 1,300. Lou, what do you have here for your Lambo play?
Mine's not as strong as yours, but it's the same idea. I took the round 3, round 4 combo at plus 600. I think it's either. Look, I got to give Cannonier credit for one thing too. I mean, like that was a great comeback in his last fight, and he never looked tired. I mean, he's kind of like Derek Lewis, where he always looks tired, but like he's not tired. So like, I liked his body language after the first. He's like, all right. Like, lost a round. Lost 10-8. Let's go. I like that he's got a lot of dog in him. Like, he's just completely outclassed here. And like, is he settling into like I'm just gonna coast range? I don't think so. I think he wants to. I think he has a statement to make here. I think he's going to get the KO. And I want to bring up one point with this. I just can't remember what fight it was after. Maybe it was Costa. I can't remember. But Izzy made a comment about who he wanted to face next. And he said, like, immediately, he was like, Janet Cannonier deserves it. He needs to win this fight. The fact that he's setting this up so far in advance tells me he knew this is the most favorable matchup I can get this guy out of there. So give me Izzy. I let that round 3, round 4 to me. Plus 600 is pretty reasonable for getting Cannonier into the championship round. So I'm all over it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. It's those late round props that I would be looking at here. Brady, what do you have here?
Yep, looks like we're on the same page there. I have just those 3, 4, 5 sprinkles. They're pretty juicy, actually. You have Adesanya KO round 3 plus 1,300, Adesanya KO plus 1,900, and then Adesanya KO 5 is plus 2,500. So I think, sprinkle all 3 of those. I think all 3 be live with you, Narco. I think this kind of feeling out process early, and then I think Cannonier is going to start to try to force that knockout. And I think once he does try to force that knockout, he gets hit with something on the way in. So I like Adesanya, 3, 4, 5, those KO props, all pretty juicy there.
Yeah, so late round props for Brady. We're all basically on the same thing. Tim, what do you like here for your Lambo play?
Just rewind what Brady just said. 3, 4, 5, all individual. Yeah, just man, it's a really good spot for him. I mean, like, just there's tail of the tape, everything. Just the matchup, a guy that's not going to be able to proactively grapple for any long period of time. Really great matchup for him. Again, I think he's if he's not motivated by that Strickland press conference to just kill somebody at this fight, we'll see. I mean, he's got a little bit extra motivation there to finish somebody.
Yeah, I mean, it should be interesting because Cannonier is a dangerous, powerful striker. But man, like, Izzy is so freaking good, man. And I think it's a kind of like a tailor-made matchup for him here, to be honest. And what Lou said is, like, he called out Cannonier and he said, not call him out, but he said, oh, he's deserving of it, because he probably knows deep down inside it's like, oh, Cannonier comes up here, this is like an easy W, because he just, the guy, you need to grapple against Izzy, and Cannonier is not that guy. Like, he just does not grapple, and it's hard to beat Izzy when you're going to give him a 25-minute kickboxing match. It's just not going to happen, man. It's not going to happen. And yeah, Izzy late. I'm going to be looking to sprinkle some of those 4 or 5 as well. But yeah, that's it, guys. 62 of you still hanging out with us. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you very, very much. But before we leave, Mushroom is always going to kick our butts if we don't do our Lambo plays. So without further ado, I will let Lou kick this one off. Please, Lou, give us your Lambo parlay, please.
Sure. By the way, BetMGM did post all the submission props for that main event. I posted it yesterday. Like, their auto system's like, you can bet Cannonier by Oma Plata at plus 10,000. It's like, great, cool. Thanks for letting me know I could do that. So mine pays plus 180, 900. So $10 will get you 18,900. I don't screw around with this stuff. I have Jalin Turner sub plus 600. Miller round 1 KO is plus 500. Strickland sub plus 900. Volk KO plus 350. 10 to get 18,900. You can at least buy Lambo parts if you just want to spend 10, or you could spend like 50 and just get the whole car assembled and everything.
All right. Look at that. If you spend 100, you really can get a Lambo.
You can get like 3 years of service too.
There you go.
Like, you want to.
I don't know. 1 year of service probably, because it's a little expensive to service those things. Brady, what do you have for your Lambo parlay?
I actually have 2. I have a Lambo parlay, and then I have a freaking Island parlay. The first one is the Lambo. I call it the 1-2-3 special. We have Miller wins in round 1 plus 280. Du Plessis wins in round 2 plus 600, and then Hall wins in round 3 plus 1,800. Comes out to 50,440. And then my Island parlay, I call it the 1-2-3-4-5 special. Miller round 1 plus 280. Du Plessis round 2 plus 600. Hall round 3 plus 1,800. Adesanya round 4 plus 1,600, and Volkanovski round 5 plus 2,900. It comes out to 25,775,300.
All right, guys. I love that, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've never heard this one before. I love it, Brady. I am gonna play it. I might try to get my Island. I don't know. But if I get an Island, you are definitely invited to have a chunk of that Island, because I just can't keep it for myself, all for myself. Jesus Christ.
Hey, now when you did that parlay, did you do the thing where you can like mix them all together on DK?
A round robin?
The round.
No, I probably should.
I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing when the show's over. So, wait, which one was round?
That shit.
Which one
I'm
was
gonna round robin.
four?
It's gonna be great. I'm just gonna
Round four, Adesanya, round 5, Volk.
All right, Tim, give us. I don't know. I'm gonna say it. You're not gonna top that one.
I almost want. I don't want to go anymore. Can I just like? Can I pass? Can I use my?
I want to do the
pass.
same thing.
I've
I want
never
to
passed. I just
that.
want to pass right now because I don't want to follow that shit like that. I'm gonna pass my first ever pass on Lambo parlays. I'm gonna pass. I don't even want to go. I don't want to ever follow that. That was the greatest performance I've ever seen right there. So I don't want to disrespect the show.
The island parlay. I love it. Well, I'm gonna have to give mine because otherwise, Mushroom's gonna come after me, and I can't. I just can't. He's not gonna get out of my DMs if I don't give this Lambo parlay. So, my Lambo parlay is going to be Munhoz decision plus 600, Garry decision plus 200, and Miller KO plus 310. $100 will pay you $85.10, and if you want to put that $10, it's $851. It's not much, but I honestly think it has a decent shot to hit here. So yeah, I mean, those are it, guys. Thank you very much to everybody again in chat. I appreciate all of you. Please hit the like. Please subscribe. Please comment. Please do whatever you have to do to fix this damn algorithm that can't get me to 1K. And I keep giving you guys these great guests, these great winners. Jesus, help me out, YouTube. If anybody from YouTube is in this chat listening, help me the damn out. But yeah, without further ado, though, I want to let my guests have the floor. Tell the people where they can find you, what you have going on. And I know you guys have a ton of stuff going on, and I love your content. So, Lou, I will kick it off to you. Tell the people where they can find you and all the good stuff you got going on.
Thanks for having me on again. And like, I always say this is a joke, but it's the truth. I mean, this is my favorite show to be on. And like, I host 4 shows, and this is still my favorite show to be on. But I'm just a prop hunter. So like, this is just totally my kind of betting style, my kind of fun. I can't look at Brady the same way ever again in the company meetings. I mean, Jesus, this is the guy who in our company round robins gives us like plus 100 bets. And now he's like, and almost said the Y word. Like, what the hell happened tonight, Brady?
Sorry.
You can find me on the MMA Engine. I don't know if this Tuesday show is going to be a real thing, but I do a Thursday show. I do a Friday show with Monk. I have a new show tomorrow starting at 2 p.m. with Billy Briz on our channel, where we're just going to do like line movement, our 4 or 5 best bets each. But really, we're just doing questions from the chat. Like, give us, like, this is a show about the chat. Like, ask away. If you want to ask goofy stuff, if you know who Billy is, if you know how I am, the goofier the better. We are right with that. And it's just going to be fun. And, maybe I should stop doing content for a few days so I can finish the fight studio because I'm in final testing.
Awesome,
final testing.
You guys have been doing an awesome job over there. I mean, Jesus Christ, shit's coming along, I'm pretty sure. And it's been great having you, Lou. Thank you. Brady, tell them all the stuff you got going on, because it's a long list. It's like that island parlay, but go ahead.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, thanks for having me on. First of all, I love this show. Love watching it Friday nights, and then love being on it especially. But yeah, you can follow me on Twitter, DFS_numbers, Instagram, DFS by the numbers, on YouTube, DFS by the numbers, on the MMA Engine, also on Pub Sports Radio. Tons of content throughout the week. Tomorrow, I'll be going live 1 hour prior to the prelims with Narco, Weezy, and Eric for Best Bet. Should be a fun show there. But yeah, thanks for having me on again. And yeah, subscribe here to Narco. He does a great job. Let's get him to 1K. I know for sure he'll get to 1K once that contender series starts. People love that contender series. So can't wait for that, Narco.
Thank you very much for the shout out, Brady. Yeah, guys. I mean, this guy's content is off the hook. He's giving you a ton of content throughout the week. Yeah, man. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Tim, where can they find you? You have a lot of stuff going on Spaces, so let the people know.
Yeah, just doing Wednesday, Saturday with Tajik and Shanor, and I love. I'm gonna give you some props as well, man. The live space that you do every Saturday with Martian is just cash money. So I'll be doing that in there with you guys tomorrow, and yeah, no, this is my favorite show, man. As you know, I'm just so grateful to be here all with you guys as well, and just love hammering out these props and winning these plus 300 for people and getting great DMs from everybody saying they're so grateful. So I love the show. You know how grateful I am to be on there with you.
Awesome, man. Great dude. Great freaking capper when it comes to props. I mean, give the guy a follow. You know, ask him any question you want. Like, he's always hitting the big money props. So Tim deserves all the credit. I mean, I got him on the show, and he always tells me, "Oh, thank you for getting me on. You're the first guy." But dude, I got you on because you deserve it. And
Thanks.
you don't have to thank me because you have done an awesome job. So I appreciate it. But I do also want to say one more thing, because I know this is the first time that Brady's been on my show, you know, after he's gotten married. So I want to congratulate Brady on his marriage.
Sure.
Congratulations, Brady. And get ready for a lot of, you know, I don't know if you're going to have kids, but sleepless nights are coming, my friend, if you are. So just get ready. You're going to be doing content with, you know, with one eye closed, but I know, I believe in you. You're still going to pump it out, but, you know, just get ready for it.
No, I mean, trust me, I already have sleepless nights betting on fights like Jessica Rose Clark, Stoliarenko. So, I mean, it's not going to be any different, really.
Hey, we've moved away from that, Brady. You know, we've cut that line off. You know, those low-level women's MMA are done.
Now you had you did the reverse Collier, right? And you went full workout. You looking great, right? Now you have the baby. Now, are you worried that, you know, there's the excess, the dad going into, you know, mom?
I don't have a baby. I don't have a baby, Tim.
No. Okay. All right.
No, not yet.
Just
no,
marriage.
probably
He
not.
just got married, but you know,
okay. So we're okay. It was only marriage when there's no expected baby or anything like that yet.
Not that I know of, Tim.
Okay, I'm just trying to scare the shit out of you right now. All right,
Brady, this is why you don't do a show with 3 people in their 40s. Like, this is why you should never do a show with 3 people in their 40s, because like this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, guys. Anyways, you know, again, I want to thank all the people in chat, my 2 guests and my co-host. Awesome show, man. Great knowledge thrown today. I'm sure we're going to hit some Lambo plays tomorrow. And yeah, guys, you can find me on Twitter at NarcoCop. Please, again, like, subscribe, do whatever you have to do to get this channel to 1K. We will have a live space tomorrow during the fight card. We're getting over 100 people every week. It's been going off the hook. We're hitting a lot of live spots. And I am doing a recap every Sunday when I can, you know, here and there. But this Sunday, I am not going to do a recap. I am going to be on the plane going to Las Vegas, playing the main event. It's a 10K buy-in, guys. Wish me luck.
Kill it, dude.
I'm going to be out there for over 2 weeks, playing a bunch of tournaments, playing for a lot of money. I need to focus. I'm not going to do probably a lot of content, maybe some spaces, but definitely not going to do the Lambo Place next week because I'm going to be too busy and I need to focus. So yeah, guys, thank you very, very much. Have a great rest of your night. Good luck to us tomorrow, and let's cash